So there's a lot of confusion between the idea of altruism and benevolence. So let's be clear. Altruism and benevolence are not the same thing. I would actually argue that a culture of altruism cannot be a benevolent culture and is not a benevolent culture. That indeed benevolence requires self-interest. It requires egoism. It requires people pursuing their own self-interest. So let's talk about altruism. What is altruism? Altruism is the idea that your moral responsibility, your moral duty, is to serve others, is to take care of others, is to provide from others, that your life is not yours. The whole point of your life is the well-being of other people. It is otherism, the placing of the well-being of other people above your own. Not even the same as your own, above your own. You are their moral servant. You have a moral duty and responsibility to take care of others if they need you to. Right? So your life is not yours. Your life is what other people want. Now, what is benevolence? Benevolence is a general positive attitude about the world and about people. A positive view of other people and a positive response to other people, an interaction with other people that is based on a positive view of them. If you're their slave, if your whole life your whole life you're responsible for their well-being, if you are nothing, your life needs to be dedicated to serving them, what do you think your attitude is going to be to other people? It's going to be an attitude of resentment. It's going to be an attitude of envy. How come they get the stuff, not me? If you view somebody who's wealthy, you go, well, why isn't he sacrificing to me? He's supposed to be sacrificing to me. If he was a moral person, he'd be giving me his stuff. I need his stuff. What a wealthy person looking at somebody who's less wealthy than him? They're going to want my stuff. They're going to want stuff from me. I'm supposed to serve them, but I don't really want to serve them. It just creates conflict among people. It creates an attitude of resentment, of hatred, of an envy, primarily of envy between human beings. Benevolence, this positive view of viewing other people as a value because they're human beings, is impossible under altruism, where we're all each other's sacrificial lambs. We're all each other's servants, but also expect other people to sacrifice for us. It's inevitable. The resentment and hatred and negativity is inevitable under an altruistic culture, in an altruistic culture. On the other hand, self-interest. If your life is yours to live as you see fit, if you're out there trying to pursue your own happiness, making the most of your own life, and you expect everybody else to be doing the same, they don't owe you anything. You don't owe them anything. The only time you interact with other people, the purpose of interaction with other people, is for mutual benefit, for shared values, for gain, for win-win relationships. And if you understand that other people pursuing their self-interest is not a drain on you, it's actually a positive for you. They're creating stuff, they're building stuff, and then they're going to want to trade with you and trade as a win-win situation. Then you view other human beings as positive. They're productive, they're creating, they're not a burden on me, they're making my life better, they're improving my standard of living through this trade, through these win-win relationships, through working towards mutually beneficial goals. Well, in that environment, we are much more benevolent. The view of humanity is much more positive. Other people are true value to oneself. So altruism leads to envy, resentment, and hatred. Egoism, selfishness, self-interest leads to benevolence.